Hey, what's up with the lunch you packed today? Seriously, making another crappy one again? Is this some kind of harassment? Gotta eat this and still work through the afternoon. Can't you think about me for once?
You're texting me about this again?
What's wrong with that? It's your fault for feeding me disgusting food, you know.
You're always complaining, but end up finishing it every time. Besides, I had it too, and it was delicious. No matter what I pack for you, you just have to nitpick, huh?
Ugh, maybe your taste buds are messed up. I'll tell you it's good if it actually is. You know, I'm on the fast track to promotion, right? To make me eat such awful stuff? What do you get out of it?
Are we done? I'm busy too, you know.
Are you kidding me?
You're constantly texting me like this every day. Don't you ever get bored?
What's with that holier-than-thou attitude of yours? You keep making me eat terrible stuff. I have no choice but to tell you.
By the way, what's so bad about it?
Everything from the texture to the taste. It's so mushy and bland. Don't make me eat stuff like this. You're done as a housewife if this is all you can make. Haha.
You mean you're done?
If I made it, there's no way it'd be this bad.
That's not what I meant. I'm saying as a son, you're done.
What are you talking about?
You know your mom made you your lunch today.
You're kidding, right?
Nope, not kidding. She made a bunch, so she shared it with us. You don't even recognize the taste of what your mother, who gave birth to you and raised you, made. I don't want you telling me I have messed up taste buds. If you have an issue with it, talk to her directly instead of me.
Well.
Jeez. You were saying how busy you are with work heading into the end of the year, right? If you have time to bother me with this nonsense, go finish your work already. Hi, Patricia. Do you have a moment? Yes. Hi, Rose. What's going on? Have you finished work for today? Yup. Since it's nearing the end of the year, work has settled down. I finished cooking dinner a little while ago, and I'm just taking a break. Oh, good. I want to talk to you about the Christmas party. By any chance, is it about the cake? If so, I'm planning to wake up early and bake. I have everything ready. Oh, you're so reliable, but I've decided to order instead this year. I just want to let you know. I feel bad that you're all prepared. No problem at all. By the way, are we expecting a lot of people this time? Yeah, it's also Grandma's 70th birthday. Since some relatives we don't often see will be there, it's going to be about 20 people in total. When I saw you and Olivia the other day, we talked about how baking the cake this year would be a lot of work, remember? Yeah, I was planning to make it myself at that point, but Michael suggested it'd be too much to do it myself. We decided to order it from our favorite pâtissier. Really? It's the one you've mentioned before, Michael's friend, right? I'm thrilled. Thank you so much. Come to think of it, we should have done this for last year's Christmas too. Last year? Why? I felt really bad for putting so much burden on you. You know, I injured my wrist and couldn't use my right hand around this time last year. I thought Olivia could help you, but then she had to go on a sudden business trip. You were left alone to handle everything. Oh, no worries. Michael helped out too. Yeah, right. He did a bit of washing dishes. He can handle simple cooking, but baking would have been a bit much. If anything, he would have slowed you down. His help with the dishes was really appreciated. You had it rough too, not being able to use your right hand and during the busy year-end period. I enjoyed baking it and even got better at piping cream. The best thing was that everyone loved the cake. Oh, you're so sweet. I'm really lucky to have you. Anyway, we've decided to order it this year. Hope you'll enjoy it. I'm already excited. All right then, let's catch up on Christmas Day. Thank you for letting me know.
Hey, what the heck are you thinking? What's up with these disgusting Christmas cakes? You have no talent in cooking and now you can't even make decent desserts? Are you seriously planning to serve these nasty cakes to everyone?
What are you ranting about? I'm at the supermarket getting drinks right now. I don't know what you're misunderstanding, but seriously, stop accusing me of stuff I didn't do, okay?
Nah, you made them, so you should know.
So what are you talking about?
It's obviously about the cakes. I peeked in the kitchen and found 2 giant ones.
Oh, the cakes.
Why are they so big?
Oh, haven't you heard? It's also for your grandma's 70th birthday. Since some relatives we don't see often are coming, it's gonna be like 20 people.
For real? I had no idea.
Oh, I thought you knew. So they're for 20 people.
I can't believe the amount.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
In a way, it's impressive, but seriously, did you have to produce so much garbage? Consider the ones who have to clean up, will ya?
What? Garbage?
These are definitely garbage, no doubt about it. Because you made for so many people, you thought you could cut corners? There's no way we're eating something that looks that nasty. Put yourself in the position of those who have to eat it. It's not just about the appearance. I tried a bit, and honestly, it was so bad that I had to spit it out.
Are you kidding me? You already eaten the cake? The party hasn't even started.
I was tasting it, or more like testing it.
Taste testing?
That nasty thing was like poison. You're trying to kill me and our relatives? I can't let my relatives eat such horrible cakes, so I dumped them in the trash.
Wait, you dumped them in the trash? Please tell me you didn't throw away all of it for 20 people?
Of course I did.
Unbelievable.
That's my line. How could you even make such nasty cakes?
I didn't make anything, you know.
You didn't?
It's not me who made the cakes. With so many people this time, and it being a gathering for your grandma's birthday also, your dad suggested ordering from a pâtissière.
Those were bought? Didn't you make it last year?
Yes, but only last year.
Oh.
It just happened that last year your mom's injury and your sister's business trip coincided, so I ended up making it alone. But the year before that, I made it with them. You seriously mistook the pâtissière's cake for mine? And saying it looks bad and actually tastes bad? How messed up are your taste buds?
Geez, it was just a mistake. No need to say that much.
Everyone in the family was looking forward to those cakes.
Really?
Do you not know about the pâtissière your parents love so much?
How should I know?
He's pretty famous, even appearing on TV. Your dad has known him for ages and asked for a special version despite the busy Christmas season. Everyone in the family was genuinely excited about it.
Oops.
So you threw away all the cakes from the famous pâtissière, huh?
Yeah, I did.
What were you thinking?
I didn't know about it, so oh well.
Oh well. Even if they were my cakes, even if they were bad, throwing them away is just outrageous.
Wait, it's getting noisy in the kitchen.
Maybe the relatives already arrived and noticed the cakes in the trash.
Oh man.
Where are you, Tommy? Everyone's looking for you.
Why are they looking for me? You didn't go around telling them I threw away the cakes, did you?
Of course I did. They were all shocked to find them in the trash. They wanted to know who was responsible. Of course I tell them the truth.
Why, we're married. You should be backing me up as my wife, right?
Hello? You mistook them as mine, didn't you?
Yeah, so?
Even if you made a mistake, it's not okay to casually throw away a cake you think your wife put effort into, is it?
Well, it's because you can't make anything decent. You didn't even properly taste it and say it's bad.
You just want to mess with me. If not, there's no way you'd toss away the cakes made by a pâtissière just because you think it tastes bad. You seriously think I'd defend you after all that?
I'm not messing with you.
Anyway, just come back already. Everyone knows you did it. There's no point in hiding.
Yeah, right. There's no way I can go back. If I do, what will everyone say? You created this messed up situation. It's all your fault.
How dare you say that? Well, I don't care what you say about me, so go ahead. Just apologize to everyone.
No way. I'm not the one at fault here.
What are you saying at this stage?
It's because you always cook such disgusting food that I ended up mistaking it for yours. See, it's all your fault. It's not me who needs to apologize, it's you. You better beg for their forgiveness, got it?
Patricia, I've searched everywhere, but he's nowhere to be found. How about you? I've searched high and low at my place, but no luck. Ugh, where could he have gone? Is everyone still there? Yeah, still here. They are pretty mad, though. They're all searching frantically, swearing they won't let him off easy. Well, of course. He ruined the celebration for Grandma's 70th birthday and Christmas, so obviously they're furious. Indeed, he should have apologized right away. Maybe everyone would have forgiven him. But no, he's hiding and trying to blame it on you. How did he turn out like that? You're such a great cook, better than me or Olivia. But he always complains about your cooking or throws away cakes, mistaking them for yours. It's insane. As a mother, it's embarrassing and shameful. Rose, please don't blame yourself too much. It's not your fault. He's an adult and is responsible for his actions. Yeah, thank you. But seriously, where could he be hiding? Not here or at your place. I can't think of anywhere else he could hide so quickly. Rose, I have an idea of one more place he might be. Oh. I just arrived there, actually. I'm almost certain he's there. Really? Where exactly are you now? If my hunch is correct, it'll be an even harsher reality for you. I didn't want to come here on the day of Christmas and Grandma's celebration. What do you mean? I have a favor to ask. Can you gather the men who are there and come to the address I'm about to send? Got it. Tommy, give up already.
What are you talking about?
How about apologizing already in front of everyone?
Why should I? I told you to apologize, right?
Ugh, they all know you're the culprit. My apology wouldn't mean anything. I know where you are, you know.
Oh, quit lying. There's no way you could know.
You sound confident, huh?
Sure. Well, if you're willing to apologize to everyone, admitting you ruined the cakes, I might come out.
What makes you think I would do that?
How dare you defy me? You're not even sorry, are you? Then I'm not coming out, ever.
Fine by me.
Oh, yeah?
Didn't I say earlier I know where you are?
What nonsense.
Then let me tell you, you're hiding out at some woman's apartment, right?
What?
Her name is Laura, 32, working at your company's cafeteria.
How do you know about her?
Been suspecting you might be cheating for a while. You suddenly started saying my food was disgusting. You used to praise my cooking, saying how happy you were to have it every day. Then out of nowhere you start calling my food trash. Even if it wasn't me, anyone would find that suspicious. So I decided to hire a private detective. Turns out it was shockingly easy to uncover your affair.
Oh no.
Are you prepared?
For what?
Yeah, looks like the door's unlocked. All set. You're way too naive.
Wait, you don't mean...
Well then, with 10 relatives, including your parents, let's start the raid.
Oh no, you gotta be kidding me.
I want to apologize to you, Patricia. What happened? My idiot son really messed up, and I'm truly sorry. There's no need for you to apologize. As soon as we realized the cakes were ruined, you reached out to your friend and arranged for a cake for 20 people. It was a huge relief. Thanks to you taking charge and arranging everything again, everyone was happy. I'm really grateful that we were able to successfully celebrate Grandma's 70th birthday. I'm glad I could help. And yet, Tommy, I don't even know how I should apologize. Well, I've sent in the divorce petition form already, and my lawyer is drafting the terms now. If anything, I'm grateful that you helped with that raid. So please, don't apologize. Thank you. You're truly kind. Since Michael and I decided to draw a line this time, can I give you an update? Yes, of course. Draw a line? We're cutting ties with Tommy. Oh, really? He came begging for help, saying he didn't have enough savings to move and hire a lawyer at the same time, but we've had enough. He brought this upon himself, so he must figure it out on his own. You're right. Oh, and the parents of his girlfriend said they wanted nothing to do with her anymore. I see. In that case, it might not last long for those two. You think so too? Yes, not just because of the money, but once he learns the truth about her, he won't be able to take it. You're talking about that thing. Knowing him, he might contact you again as if nothing happened. Don't entertain him. That's my plan, but my lawyer advised against completely shutting him out for now, so I'll just ghost him instead of blocking him. That sounds like a plan. By the way, I haven't updated you on what happened during the raid. The parents of Tommy's girlfriend Laura also showed up, and the interrogation with both sets of parents and the relatives continued until late at night. It felt so good. I had already fallen out of love with Tommy, so I didn't hesitate to file the divorce and demand alimony. Tommy, in his parting shot, said something like, "Your crappy cooking is nothing compared to her amazing food." And then he went on to marry Laura. But about a month later, as expected, he reached out to me. He sent me a message saying,
"If you come cooking for me, I'll forget about everything that happened. I'm even willing to remarry you."
The way he was trying to one-up me was so ridiculous that I couldn't help but laugh. He must have learned about the truth only we knew. Turns out, Laura was only a kitchen assistant and had nothing to do with the cooking at all. Realizing she couldn't cook at all, he tried to come back to me. Of course, I kept ignoring his persistent messages. Then 3 months later, he messaged me again saying, "I've divorced her. I need you. I want to eat your food." I'm still ignoring him. After all, my cooking is terrible, you know. While things unfolded just as I expected, I decided to improve my cooking skills, which my former mother-in-law praised. I'm currently studying to become a nutritionist while attending school. I dream of having my own restaurant someday.
Wyona, hurry up and reply. Hey, you alive? If you're alive, respond. I know, maybe you're really...
I'm here, what's up?
Thank God, you took forever, so I thought something happened.
Forever? It's only been like 10 minutes.
The rule is to reply within a minute, especially if it's your childhood friend, even more so.
I'm not constantly glued to my phone like you, a jobless person, so you should at least wait a bit. I just happened to notice and was able to reply. 10 minutes is pretty quick, you know.
No excuses, within a minute.
So, what's up?
Huh?
You didn't message me to lecture about replying within a minute, right?
Oh, right. Hey, is it true you're getting married?
Oh, you got my wedding invitation. Yeah, I'm getting married.
So, I asked your mom about your fiancé's background. He's a freelancer making 6 figures a year.
Seriously? I told her not to leak personal info without permission.
And I hear he's hot. Being a freelancer sounds kinda cool too. What kind of work does he actually do? Show me a picture. What kind of woman does he like?
No comment on personal info.
Come on.
Stop getting all excited the moment you hear good looking. He's going to be my husband, you know.
Oh no, do you think I'm going to snatch him away from you? I get your concern, but come on, I'm pretty, you know.
I know you are, but seriously, you're not going to steal your childhood friend's fiancé, right?
Let's see. I have no intention, but you know, sometimes you feel destiny the moment you meet someone, right?
I'm serious.
Then tell me, it's not fair to hide it.
You'll meet him at the wedding, so you can wait until then.
No, it's the same thing if you tell me now or later.
If I give you a vague answer, you'll keep bombarding me with questions. I'm super busy preparing for the wedding right now. Sorry, but I'll only reply when it's necessary. Might be more like an hour than a minute. But I'm alive, so don't hound me.
No way! That's not how you treat your childhood friend. Hey girl! Wyona, hello? I want to see the face of your hot fiancé. I want to find out beforehand, not on the wedding day. I mean, having a beauty like me and your hottie meet on the day for the first time, that's going to be a disaster waiting, right? I think it's risky if we don't mentally prepare by seeing each other's faces in advance. Well, even then, if we feel fate for each other once we meet, I guess there's no helping it, right? So, just to lower that chance a bit and be mentally ready, I'm asking to see a pic of him. Oh, and make sure you show him my photo too. Or just let him know that I'm going to be the prettiest girl at the wedding. With that alone, I'm sure he'll be able to spot me. Send a pic over soon. It's unbelievable. One of my heels broke on the way. Wyona!
Huh? Your shoes?
I just got back home to change.
I was wondering why you weren't here.
This sucks.
You'll probably arrive in the middle of the reception. Don't worry, I'll let the staff know so you can get in.
Oh darn it. I was supposed to have a fateful encounter with my destined one with my beauty. But I can't believe this.
No way. Don't fish for guys at my wedding.
Don't worry. It's not about fishing. It's about finding that instant connection with a destined partner, you know? And who knows, it might be the groom.
Huh?
I begged you so much, but you didn't send me a photo in advance. I don't know what will happen today, okay?
I'll slap you, seriously.
Ooh, I'm scared. The bride shouldn't use such poor language. You have to keep a heart as pure as the white wedding dress.
Then don't say things that'll upset me, okay? Anyway, I don't want you to make a scene.
Okay. Oh my freaking god! The groom is like totally my type. No doubt he's my soulmate. I felt a spark and he's totally checking me out too. So the reception is happening right now, but the groom's outside the hall, so he must be going to the restroom. Alright, I decided. I'm claiming my destiny with him.
Huh? What the heck is going on? Maya? I just checked the message you sent right in the middle of the reception. I thought you couldn't make it after all. What on earth are you doing?
Oh, Iona. You know, it turns out your groom seems to be my destiny. I'm eloping with him, just so you know.
What are you talking about?
I mean, I've already done it.
Done what?
I saw your groom while he was on the way to the restroom.
Wait, seriously? What are you talking about? My groom is right here with me.
Oh, please. What are you saying? I know you had to cancel the wedding because he disappeared. But you don't have to put on a brave face like that. Face reality, will you?
Brave face or not, the wedding went off without a hitch. We're having the after party now. You're the one dreaming, aren't you?
I'll just consider that a pitiful joke and let it slide. Anyway, I'll drop you a line occasionally, but don't interfere with our happiness, okay?
Wait, Maya?
He's mine.
Seriously, what's going on? I don't get it. Maya, you're pulling off something outrageous. The guy you eloped with isn't my groom. There's another wedding next door, and he's the other groom. Your parents have probably been trying to reach you. Things are getting crazy, so get back here ASAP. If you run away, it's only going to make things worse. Get back, explain, and apologize pronto. No W ticks. Did you block me? Maya, you told me to respond within a minute. When it's inconvenient for you, you ignore messages. Seriously, cut it out.
Iona, help me. Look, please. I hope you can let us off the hook for compensation and all that. Like asking us to cover the expenses for the cancelled wedding. Don't you think that's just too much for the childhood friend and former fiancé? If you have any decency, you'll grant this wish.
Maya, why are you coming to me for help?
Why? After we eloped and got married, you used all your determination to track us down and serve us, right? You want us to pay for the cancelled wedding and compensation. It happened half a year ago, so let it go.
Did you actually check who served you?
Of course, it's you.
Take a good look. Widen those eyes and double check.
Jeez. Wait, what the... Who the heck is Sienna?
The ex-fiancé of the guy you snatched.
No, what are you talking about? He was your fiancé, right? Wait, is this a case of double marriage?
God, you're crazy. I guess the messages I sent on that day didn't get through.
Wait, what do you mean?
That day, there were 2 weddings happening at the same time. Listen, the person you snatched wasn't my groom. He was the groom for the other wedding, a woman named Sienna.
What? No way! Is this a joke?
You realize that his profession is different, right? He isn't a freelancer like my husband you were after. He's a freeloader living off his wealthy parents.
No. So is that why he's always at home? Not because he's working from home as a freelancer?
Didn't you realize your mistake in 6 months? Even the distinction between a freeloader and a freelancer seems pretty obvious.
But But you know, I've been working part-time during the day, and at night I work at a bar. He told me we didn't have much money because we eloped, so we should work together for a while. I thought he was right, so I've been doing what he said.
Oh God, you should have noticed the mix-up early on by checking the groom's name on the wedding invitation.
Oh,
I'm still flabbergasted about that.
wait, let me check real quick.
Check what?
OMG, you're right, different names.
Wait, did you just check the invitation now?
I've seen it before, but I didn't really remember.
Seriously? You had been saying all those things like you were targeting my husband from the start, and you didn't even remember the name? Your soulmate would be so disappointed hearing this, you know?
But like, if it's hot, the name doesn't really matter, right?
That twisted logic is what ruined you. Anyway, the one who had a fiancé snatched away wasn't me. It was a woman named Sienna. There's nothing I can do about the compensation, even if you complain or ask for help.
You're kidding. You're not going to help me?
Why would you even think I'd help? There's probably contact info on that document you received. I have nothing to do with this, so handle it on your own.
Wait, Wyona, get in touch with my parents for me. I can't reach them for some reason.
They sold their house and moved away.
What?
Your dad apparently quit his job too.
Why?
Well, that's because Sienna didn't allow them to pay for compensation on your behalf. Instead, she demanded they cover the necessary expenses for finding you guys, mainly the investigation fee she paid for the private investigator.
A private investigator? You mean just to find us? Does it cost that much? No way, they shouldn't have to sell a house for that.
Well, maybe not for a one-time thing, but because it went on for a long time, it became a substantial amount. You guys were moving around, making it hard to find you, so the cost went up, hahaha. To cover those expenses, they had no choice but to sell their home.
So my parents, where are they?
They disappeared without telling anyone. I don't know their new address or contact information.
Then you really need to help me. Actually, this is all because of you.
What?
The root cause was you had a wedding on the same day as the other one. If you feel even a little responsible...
This is exactly why I didn't want to invite you to the wedding.
What?
Ever since I can remember, the minute you heard there was a hot guy around, you were ready to pounce and snatch him, even before seeing his face. I didn't want to be seen as the same as you, so I went to a high school with a dorm and then went to a university in another state without returning to my hometown. But it's tough to break free from ties between our families. My parents brought up the fact that our dads were in a senior-junior relationship at work, so I was pressured by your parents to invite you. But I never imagined it'd come to stealing someone else's groom and wrecking a wedding.
Wyona?
What do you mean, if I feel responsible? You are the only one who must take responsibility.
Wyona, don't be so upset. We've been friends for a long time, right? We fought and made up since we were kids. So let's just let this slide.
Impossible. I'm telling you, don't come to me for help anymore.
Seriously?
Don't cause trouble for my parents either. I've told them to call the police if you show up.
You're going too far. I have no one but you to rely on, you know? We're close childhood friends, right?
Nope.
Wait.
Goodbye. At this point, the eloping couple, who was already married, was discussing divorce since they got caught. However, Sienna, who had her fiancé stolen, wasn't willing to forgive them. It turns out that the marriage was a way to settle some family issues. Even though those issues were resolved in a different way, the elopement and the family matters were separate. From now on, they'll be working under 24-hour surveillance to pay up compensation. Especially for Maya, she earned quite a bit of anger from Sienna. Sienna told her, if seducing men is your pride, I know a perfect job for you. It seems like she's working in a rather unpleasant place. I received a letter from her describing her job in detail and seeking help, so I forwarded it to Sienna. It probably got a good laugh before being torn up and discarded. This is a story of Maya, who reaped what she sowed.
Tate? Where the heck are you? Get back to me as soon as you see this.
Sorry, I've been walking around nostalgic spots with my friend. I got so into the conversation that I didn't check my phone.
Where are you?
I just arrived at my parents' place. What's up?
Seriously, where the heck are you?
I told you, at my parents' place.
You're lying. I'm actually at their place now.
What? Why?
You said you were only staying here for the high school reunion, but when I asked your dad, he had no idea.
Well, I haven't gotten there yet.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I drank too much with friends last night and ended up partying all night, so I haven't gone there even once. I lied because I thought you'd worry if I told you this. I'm sorry.
Huh, I see. I had to get a hold of you somehow for an emergency, so I called all over the place, but nobody seemed to know anything.
It's true that I'm with friends.
Is this your friend?
How did you get this?
I had to ask around all our friends and find your whereabouts. This woman is the younger sister of Heidi's mom, right?
Oh really? I had no idea.
She sent the pic and a message saying I'm on a trip with my boyfriend to Heidi's mom. She got it right after I called, so she messaged me in a rush.
Jeez, I'm already busted. Oh well. So? Is that what the emergency is about? Darn right I've been having an affair with Alina in that photo. I prefer her who's younger and cuter than you. I'll divorce you, so don't meddle with us.
But regarding her, she hasn't returned to the room since stepping out to buy something, right? Do you understand what that means?
Alright, her stuff is gone.
She didn't know you were married. Moreover, she never imagined that you were the husband of her sister's mommy friend. She said she was deceived by being told you were a widow. I suppose she's already on the way back.
Ha ha ha, what a fool.
What do you mean?
Worrying about it won't help now since we're already deeply involved. Running away in a panic is ridiculous, ha ha ha.
She left because that was my instruction after discussing it with your dad.
Why did you do that?
It's unfortunate to involve her in our mess given the circumstances. We promised to talk later, and I asked her to leave for now.
What mess are you talking about?
Your mom passed away in the hospital. This is what I meant by the emergency.
Wait, I don't understand.
Her condition suddenly worsened around noon. Shortly after Rachel and I rushed to the hospital, she passed away.
Wait, I can't wrap my head around it.
I'm sure you're in shock, but let me ask you something. What the heck do you think you're doing at times like this?
But I didn't expect her to go so soon. She seemed to be stable, you know?
We were told recently that her condition could change suddenly at any time, right? Keeping yourself available for contact at all times is the least you could do, isn't it?
Well, but...
You couldn't be there for her final moments because you were seeing your mistress. Jeez. I'm beyond angry. This is just pathetic.
I'll be there soon. I want to see her.
A message from your dad. Don't come back. You are disowned. You're not allowed to attend the funeral. Never step into my house again. That's it.
Come on. There are a lot of things to do for the funeral arrangements, right? I'm the only son, so I have to take the lead and manage things.
Relatives are dividing the tasks, so it's not a problem.
Besides, if I don't show up at the funeral, it's not good for our reputation.
How shameless you are to say that without hesitation. You're tarnishing the image of your parents.
Please.
Also, I'm going to see a lawyer and start prepping for a divorce now.
Wait, let's discuss this.
When we got married, you said that if things went south and we couldn't function as a married couple, we would divorce immediately, right? I asked you over and over if that was really what you believed in. I didn't think I would be the one to act on it. Since that time, maybe it was inevitable that this future would eventually come.
But we have to think of our Rachel, so either way, I'm coming there.
Do you think I'll easily hand her over to you in this situation?
What do you mean? You've been living off of me until now. You know what will happen if I'm gone, right?
I'm capable of working and raising her by myself. Besides, my parents have said I can always come back home.
She loves me, you know?
But just now, she cried and said, I don't like Daddy. I want to be with Mommy.
No, I can't believe that.
I haven't said a word about the affair, but it seems like she sensed something in her own way. Kids are perceptive like that, you know? You did something as significant as that.
But I'm still her father. This is unacceptable to be separated so suddenly.
Well, when you decide on a place to settle, let me know. I'll send your stuff then.
Hold on.
I'm going to ignore all other contact from you, just so you know. I'll change the locks, so you won't be able to get in.
Let me at least speak to Rachel. Please, I'm begging you.
Look, the moment you had that affair, you pretty much lost the right to be her dad. Bye.
Hey, babe. Today is our wedding at last. Yeah, I'm starting to feel nervous. It's a once-in-a-lifetime spotlight after all. Honestly, I've been nervous since yesterday. Are you already on your way to the venue? I left home a little while ago. I'm in the car now. Got it. I'll be leaving in a bit too. Okay, see you at the venue. By the way, honey, everything's gonna be okay today, right? Okay with what? Those two. Huh? George and Ivan, the troublemakers. Remember how they got kicked out trying to pull a nasty surprise at our classmate's wedding? I hope everything's fine this time. Well, since they caused trouble last time, we didn't invite them to our wedding. But it's a local event, so they might have heard details like the date and place. I'm a bit worried. Oh, those two. I made it clear to them not to do any surprises or side performances without my permission. Well, if that's the case, then it should be fine. But are you really sure? I'm just worried they might be up to something behind your back. I'm sure. You're being too paranoid. I don't know. They seemed pretty smug after getting kicked out last time. Honestly, I don't think they have learned their lesson. They must have by now. Babe, don't stress too much or think about canceling the wedding, okay? Of course not. If everything's fine, there won't be any cancellations. We've invited a lot of relatives and friends. Canceling suddenly would be a disaster. I understand. See you at the venue. Okay, see you later. Hey, Sandy. Long time no see. It's George, Nathan's friend. You remember me, right? Huh? You don't remember giving me your number? Well, we'll sort that out later. Haha. I guess you'll see this message after the reception's over. That's why I'm texting you now. Haha. Get this. Ivan and I aren't invited, but you know what? We successfully snuck into the venue and are hiding somewhere inside now. You see, we really wanted to be at your wedding. Haha. It's a shame we weren't invited, but we're not ones to give up that easily. Last night, Nathan said we could do a little surprise, so we planned it out. We're going to do something amazing that'll make everyone happy and liven up the wedding. Nathan told us don't overdo it, but that basically means go big, right? Haha. Okay, let me tell you the whole plan. First, we got hold of staff uniforms to sneak into the venue. How did we do that? It's a secret. Next, we'll hide backstage at the reception and wait for the perfect moment to make our entrance. What we'll do is a surprise for later. If it works, everyone's going to burst out laughing for sure. Anyway, it's about time. Look forward to our surprise attack. Can't wait to see your shocked face. Well then, catch you later. Man, that reaction was priceless, haha. Seriously, you've got the potential to be a comedian. That was hilarious. Grabbing you from behind and shoving your head into the wedding cake was exactly as planned. But tripping on your dress and face planting into the floor with cake raining down? That was totally unexpected. This isn't a comedy sketch, you know. Well, the surprise was a huge success. Consulting with the groom beforehand was the key to success. But seriously, your face was the best, haha. All the guests were laughing, so planning the surprise was definitely worth it. Well, you falling wasn't part of the plan, but it made it even funnier in the end, haha. I wish I had taken a picture of your face at that moment. This is what makes surprises so much fun, right? Anyway, thanks to us, your wedding became a memorable one. Don't forget to thank Nathan for inviting us. Well then, our job here is done, so we're out. Ah, that was so much fun, haha. Babe, where are you? Your mom dragged you out of the hall and you disappeared. To the dressing room? Surely you're not that upset about that little incident, right? Well, it was unexpected that you'd end up with your wedding dress covered in cake, though. But hey, that was a surprise that made everyone happy, haha. I mean, you really fell spectacularly. Diving headfirst into the wedding cake, messing up your hair and dress, total chaos, haha. And your expression? Man, your wide-eyed confusion exceeded expectations. But seriously, calling off the wedding over this is overreacting, you know? Anyway, change quickly and get back here. Everyone's waiting. Let's get the reception back on track. Babe, seriously, enough already. How long are you going to sulk in the dressing room? Getting seriously mad over a surprise? Not cool at all. Things were really getting lively, so snap out of it and come back happy. Hey, how long are you going to stay upset? It was your fault for falling and getting your wedding dress dirty, right? Besides, you were going to change into another dress right after, so it's no big deal. Change the dress and fix your makeup and hair quickly. You're keeping the guests waiting, inconveniencing the venue staff. Hurry up.
Nathan, do you really think we can continue with the wedding like this?
Why not? Of course we can. You're not suggesting we cancel, are you?
What about the wedding dress you guys messed up so badly?
Clean it up, and everything will be fine. Come on, everyone's waiting, so hurry back.
The wedding is canceled.
What?
And also, I'm divorcing you.
What? Divorce? What are you talking about?
I'm leaving with my parents now. Bye.
Wait, babe. Sandy, do you know what you've done?
Nathan, what's wrong?
You've gone too far. Turning my friends over to the police just because of a little cake mess.
Of course. They caused me so much trouble.
Trouble? It was just a little surprise, right? And it was my buddies who did it. As my wife, show a little more tolerance and just laugh it off. Plus, canceling the wedding because of your selfishness? We'll have to return the gifts now. It's like flushing 40 grand down the toilet for the wedding expenses.
I'm sure you heard from my lawyer, but I had a concussion when I fell.
Huh? But you were replying to my texts normally, weren't you? You told me you were canceling the wedding and getting a divorce. What's that all about?
My mom typed the messages for me. My head was spinning and I couldn't move.
What?
I also sprained both ankles. And the rental wedding dress had its skirt cut by the cake-cutting knife I was holding at that time. If I had been a little less careful, I could have been seriously injured. Do you really think the reception could continue after that? You're the one who threw away $40,000.
What the heck? You went through all that? I was just trying to entertain everyone. Entertain? Are you kidding me? According to my mom, everyone was horrified. The only ones who enjoyed that tacky surprise were you and those two idiots. Babe, please, let's talk this over. I don't want our marriage to end like this. I don't care. I've already made up my mind. You have no idea how painful that surprise was for me. I have no intention of staying married to you. Oh, come on. You know I never meant to hurt you. I'm definitely getting a divorce. No, please, wait. Hey, Sandy. Don't ignore me, babe. Could you please stop calling me babe? Geez, we're married. Of course I call you babe. Married? We've already filed for divorce, right? We're almost strangers. I'm not convinced. I only thought of the surprise for you. But you got my two buddies in trouble. And on top of that, you're demanding a divorce and compensation. Plus, why do I have to bear all the expenses of the wedding you canceled? You knew I didn't want those two to come to the wedding, and you didn't even check what kind of surprise it was and just allowed it. If I knew the content, it wouldn't have been a surprise anymore. That's not the point. Suddenly, two men popped out of an unexpected place and grabbed the back of my head. At that moment, I couldn't understand what was happening. In the middle of the wedding, with everyone's attention on me, suddenly being attacked, and then being slammed into the wedding cake? I could hear laughter around me, and I felt a mix of embarrassment and humiliation tearing at my heart. After that, I tried desperately to stand up, but the hem of my dress got in the way. So if you had held on firmly, it wouldn't have been such a fuss. Wearing an unfamiliar long dress and wearing high heels? Do you think a woman can win against two adult men who attack her by surprise? No, they weren't really trying to attack you either. If you wanted to, you could have pushed their hands away. Do you really think I had the chance? Wedding dresses are hard to move in, and high heels make it hard to balance. And revealing a face covered in cake in front of everyone? Do you understand how humiliating that was for me? But that was just a surprise, you know? Surprises aren't supposed to be like that. If you meant to surprise someone but ended up hurting them, that's just violence. Calling it violence is too much. In fact, I got a concussion and sprained both ankles. Thinking back on that day still tightens my chest. Why do I have to go through such a miserable experience in my once-in-a-lifetime stage? It left an indelible scar on my heart. Oh, come on. In that situation, you were laughing along with those two idiots and not even trying to help me. I didn't expect it to be such a big deal. It's unimaginable, right? The idiots messed up at another wedding before, remember? Back then, it was prevented. But what they were planning was absolutely appalling. That's why we agreed not to invite them to our wedding, right? So why did you allow them to enter the venue? Why did you leave the dangerous surprise unchecked? Well, that's... That's what? That's... What is it? Well, See? You can't even say anything. It's only natural that I want a divorce, don't you think? Do you understand why you have to bear all the expenses of the wedding? Why I demand compensation? And why they got in trouble? Don't say you don't understand. There's a chance to rebuild. That's impossible. Wait, Sandy, I'm sorry. It's too late to be sorry now. Our marriage has just begun. I don't want it to end like this. No, it's already over. Sandy.
Goodbye.
Sandy, how have you been? You haven't forgotten about me, right? It's been 3 years since we last messaged like this. A lot has happened since you left me. At first, I couldn't believe it at all, that you would really leave me like that. After the wedding, even my friends and family were disappointed in me. I deeply regretted what I did. I wanted to apologize so many times and start over. So, I want another chance. I've heard rumors that you're getting married to someone new. And today you're having a wedding. I know the location of the venue too, from friends. So I've made up my mind. I'm coming to pick you up right now, and I'm going to remarry you. This time, I'll make you happy, so wait for me. Where are you, Sandy? I came all this way to pick you up. Maybe I got the wedding date wrong. Darn it, what's going on? I wore a tuxedo and came to the wedding only to be stood up. Why aren't you the bride? Isn't it supposed to be your wedding at YouTube Hotel today? Hey, answer me. Sandy, please just give me a call. I've been searching around YouTube Hotel this whole time. I can't find you anywhere. Maybe you're hiding somewhere out of shyness. You're actually really happy that I came to get you, right? I knew it. Haha. You couldn't forget about me. I've been thinking about remarrying you all this time too. Listen, we can start over right now. I promise to make you happy. Anyway, please tell me where you are.
What are you up to, huh?
Oh, you finally replied.
I'm really busy right now.
Doing what? Where are you anyway?
I'm in the middle of a wedding.
Yeah, right. I didn't see you at the venue.
Huh?
It's at YouTube Hotel, isn't it?
Yeah, but YouTube Hotel in Paris, you know?
What? Paris? They have it there too?
Did you check the hotel's website?
Darn it, it's overseas. I thought it was here. But why are you having the wedding all the way in Paris?
Ever since the disastrous wedding with you, I've been scared to live in the same country as you. I quit my job and moved here, started over from scratch, and got married to a guy who helped me at that time.
What? Why? I still love you.
I can't believe those words at all.
Come on.
And being loved by the person who made a fool of me at the wedding doesn't make me happy at all.
I told you I didn't mean it.
You didn't mean it, but that makes your actions even more despicable, unforgivable, and scary.
Sandy.
You just thought that getting back together with me would restore your ruined reputation, didn't you? There's no way. I don't need you in my life.
Wait.
Don't ever contact me again.
Hold on. I have a favor to ask.
I've been saying I'm not going to get back with you.
Not that. Could you lend me some money?
Are you crazy?
I thought it was your wedding, so I rushed in wearing a tuxedo, but it turned out to be a stranger's wedding. I'm being sued for damages for ruining it.
You're always causing trouble at weddings. You really don't learn, do you?
I had no choice. I thought I could get you back. After divorcing you, I had to pay compensation and cover all the wedding costs. I borrowed money and somehow managed to pay it off. And now, I'm facing another compensation claim. So could you lend me some money, even just a little? I'll definitely pay it back later.
Why are you asking me? Don't you have close friends you can rely on?
The idiots who planned that stupid surprise at the wedding. Oh, George and Ivan. They're unreliable. Why? Both of them are currently unemployed. After the incident with the surprise, they were arrested and had to quit their jobs. And even though they tried to find new jobs, they couldn't get hired anywhere. They ended up becoming shut-ins. I haven't seen them much lately. That's unfortunate. Because of you turning them into the police, their lives got messed up. It's not my fault. After my wedding was ruined, my life was messed up too. What goes around comes around, you know. I've been cut off by my parents and relatives. All my friends except George and Ivan left me. I'm really alone now. Come on, do something about it. We were married once, right? Please? Hey, why aren't you reading my messages? Sandy. I blocked Nathan and haven't contacted him since then. According to my friend, after inadvertently ruining a completely unrelated couple's wedding, he was reportedly sued for about $80,000. I was dumbfounded at the unexpected amount. The wedding he ruined was said to have been for the daughter of some big company's CEO. They invited a lot of guests, so I guess he got what he deserved. At that time, he quit his regular job and was living on part-time work, so he had to take a loan. I heard he borrowed from a shady place. Rumor has it that due to not being able to pay back the debt on time, he was taken away in a white wagon one day and hasn't been seen by anyone since. As for me, I'm enjoying a happy newlywed life with my second husband. I suffered such a horrific experience at my first wedding that it left me with lasting trauma. If I had stayed with Nathan, I don't think I could have been happy. So now I am grateful to the two idiots who destroyed the wedding.
Julie, have you lost your mind? What the hell are you thinking?
I'm thinking normally, unlike you.
We are about to get married. Why did you get out of the car now? Explain why.
There's only one reason. I'm not getting married. I can't marry you.
Just a few minutes ago, we were talking about how it's going to be a memory to last a lifetime.
I take it back. I was wrong then.
I don't understand.
Talk to your beloved mother.
What? Mom has nothing to do with this, right?
She raised you as a single mother, and this is what you did?
What are you talking about?
Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't know. You're talking as if I'm the one at fault. You're the one who's wrong. We're about to get married. In a few hours. 100 people will come to celebrate with us. We don't have time to argue.
I do feel sorry about that, and I will apologize to everyone.
Are you serious? Do you have any idea how much the wedding cost? You can't just cancel it because you feel like it. Don't be selfish.
I'm not being selfish.
Are you having wedding blues?
No.
This is unacceptable. Come back right now. We're going to the venue together.
I don't want to go.
You've got to be kidding me. You're too insane.
If you were a decent person, this wouldn't have happened. You can't blame me for this.
What did I do?
Oh, please. Stop pretending that you don't know.
If you wanted to call it off, you couldn't have said more earlier.
I just got the call a few minutes ago.
What? A call? That person must have told you a lie. Who called you? Who's the traitor?
Your mother.
What?
I'll let you handle the cancellation.
Wait, don't just push it all onto me.
Well then, please take care of the rest. Julie, are you already on your way to the wedding venue? Yeah, I am. I'm in the car with Noel. We should arrive at the venue in less than 10 minutes. You should get out of the car right now. What? You won't make it to the venue if you stay in that car. What? What do you mean? Noel doesn't want to go through with the wedding. But we've been planning this. I even sent out the invitations. He told me he was excited about it. The wedding venue was already cancelled. He processed it behind your back. That sounds unbelievable. His friends did not mention anything about this. The guests will show up as expected, but there won't be seats or food for them. What? That's terrible. Exactly. That's his plan. Why would Noel do this? I'm really confused. Canceling the wedding would lead to unwanted discussions. So, to avoid that, he's making the guests think the wedding was still on. What is the purpose of all this? To make you disappear. What? What do you mean by disappear? Hold on a second. Are we talking about a movie plot here? It's way too unrealistic. I know it's a difficult story to believe, but please trust me. I'm sorry, but it's a bit hard to buy such a vague story. What made you say this? Is your son trying to disappear from me? I can see why you might be concerned about your son's new marriage, but this is beyond the scope of normal thinking. I don't want to believe it either. I have proof. Do you have earphones? Yes, I do. I sent you the audio file. Just listen to it. Wait a minute. I bugged his room and recorded this. It's hard to hear, but it's definitely his voice. Selling me for a debt? What does this mean? I don't know the details, but according to what he said, he plans to cancel the wedding and take you away. So I need you to run away. That car will surely not go to the venue. Get out of the car before it's too late. Oh no, but if it's true, I'm too scared. But it's his voice. Of course, I want to help you, and I don't want my son to become a criminal. I don't even know what reason my son had for borrowing money. I don't want him to sell his wife. Can you trust me? Okay, I understand. I'll get off at the next light anyway. Thank God. I was afraid you wouldn't believe me. I will get back to you. I'm sorry, Dad. I know you were so excited about our wedding, but it got cancelled. Thank you for raising me with your own hands. Let me just say thank you. I was actually going to read a letter to you during the ceremony, but...
What the hell happened?
I don't know what's going on either.
I'm at the venue. The lobby is packed with guests who have nowhere to go.
I'm so sorry to all of you.
I've asked the wedding staff to rent one of the halls. They're serving drinks until they figure out what's going on. They are not blaming you. It's more like everyone's having trouble understanding what's going on.
I feel terrible. They came to celebrate with us today. I'm so sorry.
What the hell is going on?
According to his mother, Noel canceled everything.
Why?
To sell me to cover his debt.
What? What's that?
I don't know. But she told me right before the wedding. The car I was in was never going to the wedding venue. She told me to get out of the car because it was dangerous.
Where are you now?
I'm running away from him. She said I should stay as far away from Noel as possible.
Is that true?
What do you mean?
Well, Noel's here apologizing to everyone. I don't know if he would do something like this even though he did it himself.
Oh, Noel is here?
He just came running in looking panicked. I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet. But he's apologizing to everyone. He looks really upset, and his face is so pale. It doesn't look like he's acting.
What do you mean?
Why did you believe your mother-in-law's story?
She bugged Noel's room. She sent me the audio.
Why would anyone bug their son's room?
Well, when you say it that way, it's actually weird.
And she would have gotten the audio a long time ago. Why did she tell you that at the last minute?
That's true. I was in a panic, but I think there was time to say it earlier. But if Noel was actually going to sell me, she didn't know what would happen if Noel found out, so maybe she kept quiet until right before.
Where are you now?
I'm hiding in a cafe's toilet near the gas station.
Does she know where you are?
Yes, she does.
You should go somewhere else, just to be safe.
What, you suspect her?
I don't know. There are just too many suspicious things going on.
Is that your opinion as a police officer?
Yes, that's right. If you can believe my longtime detective's intuition, Noel and your mother-in-law are accomplices.
What? How did you...
I don't know. Anyway, those two are suspicious.
Okay, I will go to a different place.
Keep me updated. Be safe.
Where did you go? You said you were hiding in a cafe's toilet near the gas station. You are not here. I'm in a different place now. Don't move without permission. It's not safe. I'm running away from you. What are you talking about? I'm protecting you from Noel. If I tell you where I am, you're going to come and kidnap me along with the debt collectors, aren't you? What? I already know everything. By the way, how did you come up with such a plan? Did the mob tell you? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anyone like that. It seems that Noel is being chased by such people. Noel was the only danger, and you tried to make it look like you were on my side. After reassuring me, you will sell me off to pay the debts. I'm sure you intentionally recorded the audio that you sent me. It really is an elaborate plan. Don't talk nonsense. Why don't you stop acting now? Well, I really don't know what you're talking about. You'd better admit it. Noel says you are the main culprit. What? No, of course not. The bond between parent and child is so fragile, isn't it? When Noel couldn't take me in the car, he rushed to the wedding venue. He apologized to all the guests. I was trying to act like a good person. I did all of this because my mother told me to. I didn't want to do this, but I had no choice. That's what he's saying. What? My dad is a police officer, you know, and he's with Noel now. He was blaming you, but we don't know the truth. That's why I'm trying to get your story too. Do you understand the meaning of, it's in your best interest to be honest? Well, that's enough. You're right. But I'm in debt, and so is Noel. I was going to sell you to cover mine and Noel's debts equally. Neither of us is the main culprit. We are accomplices. He's not innocent at all. He was the one who betrayed me in the first place. We will go to hell together. I see. Then, both parent and child, please reflect together in the jail. Bye then. Wait a minute. You'll go to hell together too. Yes? Think about it. Today's wedding is ruined. I'm sure the guests are disappointed. I bet your boss is among them, right? Your social credibility will be ruined. You've brought this on yourselves. How can anyone forgive you? I already showed them our conversation on the huge screen, and I've explained everything to them. What? If I don't tell them what's going on, they won't understand. What are you doing? You're putting me in a bad position. You know exactly what I'm talking about. As of today, not only is your position gone, you have no place, no relatives, no social circle. Originally, you were going to sell me off to your debtors and play the poor victim who got run off by your daughter-in-law, weren't you? That's why you did this and invited your own relatives without a care in the world. That turned out to be a bad thing, didn't it? Oh no. The police will be there soon, so... Do they know where I am? I wonder if they can catch me. Ha! You're at the cafe in front of the gas station, right? I ran away from there, but I asked the police to wait for you instead. Oh my God, the police really came! How could you do such a terrible thing? How can you play the victim? Friends and business associates who cleared their schedules, people who flew in from far away, friends who left their children with their husbands to come. All of them here are the real victims. But, by the way, I have just filed for divorce. Noel was sorry and signed it. So from now on, we are strangers. Why don't you take a lesson from your son and reflect a little? I don't want to do that. People make mistakes. You should forgive them. Who are you to say that? Please, help me and Noel. You said earlier that you and Noel are going to hell together. Noel is ready for that too. Wait a minute. Well then, goodbye. After that, Noel and his mother were taken to the police for attempted kidnapping, but they were released without any jail time. I was already divorced, and my dad, a police officer, told me to move out and start a new life. Since then, I've only heard rumors about them. Noel couldn't stay at his job and had to resign, taking on part-time jobs. His mother also worked part-time to try and pay off their respective debts. But it seems that finally, a scary-looking person came to both their homes and introduced them to live-in jobs with dormitories.
I'm just letting you know. We're moving in with my mom and sister. You'd better get ready too. Don't argue with me.
Huh? Wait a minute, I was wondering why you were calling me from work. Living together? At your parents' house? What do you mean?
I said don't argue with me. Don't come at me.
But you're coming at me, aren't you? I've been saying since last year that I don't want to live with them. And in the first place, why are you calling me from work for such an important conversation?
I know you say no if it was in person. I knew you would make a fuss talking about it, so I decided to tell you by text.
I can't. I'm never going to live with them. Your divorced sister is living there now, isn't she? The situation has gotten worse since last year. I definitely don't want to live with them.
Huh? If you would just shut up and listen, are you really my wife?
What?
My mom is divorced. My sister is divorced. There are no men in the house. What are they supposed to do if me, being the eldest son, doesn't go to help them out? A woman who can't even care about that is my wife? It's laughable. How can you complain so much when you're incapable of thinking about family matters?
For me, my family is you and I. I can't take care of my in-laws. Besides, we originally got married on the agreement that we wouldn't live with them. You moved into the apartment I was living in.
I didn't really want to. The apartment we're living in now is not my cup of tea.
Huh?
I didn't really want to live there in the first place. It was a process of elimination.
What do you mean?
The place I was living in was too small for the both of us. I had a nagging father at home, and I didn't want to go back there. Looking for a new place would have been a waste of time and money. So we had no choice but to live in your one-bedroom apartment. In other words, I had no choice about where to live after marriage.
That was the reason? You begged me at first. You said you wanted to live together in the space I lived in. You said if we lived in my place, we wouldn't have to live with them, even if we got married. I believed you and decided to live together with you in my place. Did you deceive me?
Did I say that? Well, I'm a smooth talker. I can say stuff I don't even mean. It's your fault for not being able to tell a lie from the truth.
What kind of person are you?
Anyway, my mom divorced my nagging dad. My dad, who I hated since I was a kid, is gone. There's no reason for me not to go home now. Besides, my mom and sis need me.
And to suddenly move in with them without consulting me, it's really a problem.
So, do you want to get a divorce?
What?
You can't do that, can't you? You can't live without me, can't you? If you don't want to live with them, I can give you the divorce papers. I can take them to the city office today if you like.
Divorce papers? You mean?
Yes, the ones we both signed when we got married.
That was like an insurance policy in case of emergency, right? We filled out the divorce papers beforehand, so that if one of us couldn't continue the marriage, we could file at any time. Don't tell me you made me write them to use to threaten me from the beginning? So even that was deceiving me with smooth talk?
I don't care how you interpret it. We have divorce papers that we can serve anytime we want. That's all.
What a cowardly thing to do.
You see your situation now, don't you? You can't argue with me. If we get divorced, who will lose out?
What do you mean?
Don't forget that you're living on my money, okay? How are you going to live on your own? You don't even have a job. No man would pick a divorced, incompetent woman. If I leave you, you're going to have a miserable life. If you still want that, just get a divorce. It's easy.
Please, just give me a minute. Give me some time to think about it.
Shut up. I'll do the moving in my own time, so don't mess it up. A wife shouldn't rebel against her husband's opinion, especially an incompetent wife like you who does nothing but complain.
Don't be so pushy. Stop saying all this crazy stuff.
Start packing today so you can move out at any time.
No, I'm never living with them.
Oh, by the way, tomorrow is the 1-year memorial anniversary at your parents' house, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I can't make it. I've got some important work I have to do.
What? I told you to keep that day open. What's this urgent business? Is it work related?
Huh? Why do I have to tell you that? Are you trying to rebel again, huh? Who do you think you owe your livelihood to? If my job disappears, you won't be able to make a living either.
I understand. I have no choice. I'll go alone tomorrow.
You should understand. I'm finally done.
What?
The move.
What? Moving?
Yes, we're moving to my parents' house. We used a contractor, but my mom and sister came to help. It only took 5 hours.
Did you move my stuff out too?
Of course I did. We're living with my mom and sister from tomorrow. If you don't like it, we can divorce.
I just finished the divorce proceedings.
What?
So we're already divorced. I filed the divorce papers.
You said today was your parents' memorial service. That's why I chose this day to move in.
Well, it's too bad about the memorial service, but I told them about the situation and I didn't attend. So I went to the city office and filed the divorce papers in the morning. They say the sooner the better. I filed first thing in the morning.
Huh? You've got to be kidding me. Do you have any idea what you've done? What the hell are you doing? You're selfish, you idiot, you.
Which one of us is the idiot? Last year you asked me to move in with them. I've been preparing for something like this. I'm glad I acted quickly. If I had asked first, I would have been yelled at. It was a great decision to notify you of the divorce after the fact.
You're telling me you've been preparing for a divorce with me for the past year?
Yes, I have. Yesterday, when you pushed me to move in with them out of the blue, I thought to myself, I knew you would force me to move in with them one of these days. I'm so glad I went through with the divorce today.
Do you really know what divorce means? You're going to have to live without me. You're not going to be able to live without me. You're incompetent. Can you make it?
Incompetent, incompetent, incompetent. You're really annoying. It will be great not to have to listen to that abuse from you anymore. I still had feelings for you before we got married, but after we got married, you became arrogant like a changed man. It was really hard on me.
It was because you're not ready to be a wife. How can you be so cocky? If you're going to apologize, now's the time.
Huh?
Go get down on your knees and apologize to me and cancel the divorce.
I don't want to apologize. Besides, the divorce papers have already been filed. You can't just cancel it. Don't be insane.
Time to get the marriage license. I know it's a hassle, but we have no choice but to get married again. You're really making me go through a lot of trouble.
Huh? Who's going to marry you?
You, of course.
No. I divorced you because I don't like you. Why would I marry you again? I'm so relieved to be divorced. You've got to be kidding me. It's not funny, it's just offensive.
So you're really going to divorce me?
I'm not going to, I already did. We're strangers as of 9 a.m. today. You're a stranger, so don't act like you're my husband.
You can't just do that. Are you sure you're okay with that? Can you live without me?
Yes, I can.
Too bad. I don't have your apartment anymore, okay?
Huh? Did you cancel the lease by any chance?
Yes, I did. I gave 1 month's notice, and today was the moving day.
You've been planning to move in with them for such a long time.
That's right.
The apartment is in my name. What happened to the paperwork?
I, the husband, went ahead and did the paperwork. A wife's papers are as good as the husband's. I'm the boss, so to speak. So it's okay for me to sign them on your behalf, right?
That's a crime, right?
Huh?
It's forgery of a private document.
Say what? You gonna threaten me with that? Don't do it. You don't have a home anymore. The only way is for you to marry me again and live with me at my parents' place.
That's not true.
Huh?
I mean, thank you for canceling the contract.
Huh?
I was going to cancel too, but you saved me the trouble. Well, that doesn't change the fact that it's a crime, but I'm glad you did it on my behalf.
You were going to cancel? Don't tell me you have a new house.
Yes, I do. I just signed a contract. It's a furnished apartment and I can move in immediately. It's a girls-only apartment, so it's very clean and pretty. There are no abusive old men like you in the neighborhood, and the next-door neighbor is a quiet office worker, so it's very comfortable.
What? Wait a minute, what do you mean?
You didn't get it from that? You don't understand. It means I have a new home. It means I'm not going back to that apartment.
Even if you have a house, what about your life?
I have a job though, right?
Huh? You were a stay-at-home wife. What's with the job?
Actually, I'm a certified caregiver.
A caregiver?
Yeah, we were married for 1.5 years, but I saw your transformation right from the start. A year ago, you approached me about moving in together with your mom. I figured one day I'd be on my own and we'd get divorced. So I took a correspondence course and got my nursing license. I thought it would be the best way to go from being a stay-at-home wife to getting a job, so.
A nursing care certification? That's great, isn't it?
Huh?
Mom says she's getting a little frail. She'll say scary things like she's starting to go senile. If you're qualified to be a caregiver, then there's nothing to be scared of. So then come back and take care of her. I forgive you for divorcing me without my permission and for making fun of me. Just get the marriage registered and go back to being a housewife in our home.
I refuse. I didn't qualify for my mother-in-law. I got certified for myself, for my independence plan.
You're too lousy to have had such a cocky plan.
Which one of us is worse? You were planning to have us move in with your mother without my knowledge. You were going to make me your housekeeper anyway.
You're my wife. The wife is the housekeeper. A housewife means wife and housekeeper, right?
You suck. I'm glad I got a job.
Huh?
There's a nursing home near my new house that's looking for qualified candidates. I called them and they said to come right away. I'm on the verge of being hired and I was just on my way to go to an interview.
Wait a minute, there's no way you can work. You're too incompetent to go work in the real world. Before going out and making trouble for people, you should just quietly come back and be a housewife.
Wow, I'm surprised that you have the concept of causing trouble for others. I'm so surprised.
Then come back.
I don't know what's wrong with you. I've told you many times that I don't want to live with you, and we're already divorced. Don't pester me anymore.
You think I'm just gonna give up? I've already promised my mom and sister. I told them that you would do all the housework so they can enjoy themselves. Think about the position you're putting me in.
I don't need to think about it. I'm not your housekeeper or your personal caregiver. I'm an unrelated stranger.
Okay. If you're gonna be like that, then there's something I can do. You're still not coming back, are you?
No, I'm not coming back no matter what you say.
Then I'll file for compensation, so watch out.
What? Compensation? On what basis?
I've been taking care of you and making a living for you. It's a consolation prize for divorcing me without permission and betraying me.
You can't ask for compensation for that.
No, I will show you. And as for the money I've given you for living expenses up to now, I'll ask for half of it back.
Living expenses? What are you talking about?
Monthly living expenses of $1,500 times 18 months divided by 2 equals $13,500. You're going to have to pay this too, promptly and in full.
You're too stupid to talk to. Oh, I'm exhausted. It takes so much energy to talk to someone who doesn't understand. I can't believe we're talking the same language.
Go ahead and be exhausted. I'm going to call a lawyer and sue you. If you don't like it, come back.
I don't want to go back, so do what you want. You can call your lawyer or whatever you want. Bye.
I'll make sure you regret it. Just wait and see. Hey, what's going on?
What's the matter? You're getting on my nerves. We just finished talking. I'm exhausted. I don't want to be tired anymore.
That's my line. You're harassing me. It started again.
What do you mean?
A guy saying he was Merle's agent came to my house. He just gave me a notice and left. I don't understand the situation at all.
What? Already? I admire people who work fast. I'm going to have to learn from him.
I don't care about any of that. Are you suing me?
That's right.
Don't be silly. I'm suing you.
Well, you know, that bullshit about compensation and stuff, right? Like I said, you can do whatever you want. That's if you have a lawyer who's willing to deal with that joke of a case.
Huh?
My case was accepted right away. I asked for a lawyer with a good reputation. I didn't expect them to act so quickly. I guess they move faster when the case is clearly favorable to them. Wow.
I mean, what's $50,000 in compensation?
It's for the emotional pain I went through in my marriage with you.
There's no way I'm paying that kind of money. I mean, if we're talking about compensation, you pay it. You have some nerve coming to me with a claim.
Okay, fine. I don't care. I'll sue you and get you to officially pay me the fee and reimbursement.
Huh?
You canceled my apartment without my permission. I'm suing you for forgery of private documents.
You said thank you. You said you were going to cancel it anyway.
Yes, but the fact that you canceled the lease without my consent is a crime, so I'm suing you. Let the legal system will determine who's the one acting unreasonably and who has some nerve. Arguing amongst ourselves won't get us anywhere.
What a woman. Go ahead and sue me if you can. I'll probably just get a little warning anyway.
Then I'll sue for all of it.
All of it?
You moved out at 1. I checked with the movers.
What about it?
We were unrelated by 9 that day. You went into someone else's house and moved someone else's stuff out. That's trespassing.
Huh? That's not even...
And since you made such a mess when you moved out, the floor and walls of the apartment are badly damaged from furniture being dragged. I heard it's considered destruction of property.
Wait a minute. That's being too detailed.
Also, for my stuff that you took without my permission, I'll file a claim for damages. That's what happens when you steal someone else's stuff.
You're kidding. That's what's going to happen?
Even if each crime is a small one, you'd be considered a great premeditated criminal, and the punishment could be severe. I'm sure you'll pay either way, so thank you for the $50,000.
I don't even have $50,000 to begin with. You know I don't have that kind of money, right? And yet, you're stupid enough to ask me for such a large sum of money? You can't get what I don't have, so this case is over. That's what happens when you're incompetent and greedy.
I'm not sure why you're being so overbearing. Of course I have planned to collect, right?
There's no plan.
You have your parents' house.
Huh?
If you sell your parents' house, you can get the money, can't you?
You're trying to take our house away from us? What a horrible woman.
You and your family are even more horrifying, including your mother and your sister, who helped you. You're a fine criminal family. I shudder to think that I was about to be forced to live with such people.
It's because you didn't listen to me, even though you're my wife. And yet, you go ahead and do something like this? I didn't approve of a divorce in the first place.
It was you that prepared the papers so they could be filed at any time, wasn't it? I just took the liberty of filing them for you. The process went very smoothly. Thank you very much. My husband's family, who I had all the evidence on to charge them with numerous criminal acts, were immediately arrested after my lawyer and I reported the incident to the police. In order to pay reimbursement and compensation to me, my ex-mother-in-law cried to her own ex-husband and asked him to come up with $50,000 from his retirement fund he had. The condition for the payment was that my ex-father-in-law and mother-in-law remarry and live together. Therefore, my ex-husband was forced to live with his father, whom he hated so much. He has no money to leave the house, so he has no say in the matter. I think he now understands a little better how it feels to be forced to live with someone he doesn't want to live with. After the divorce, I became immersed in my work like a fish taking to water. Although there are many hardships, being a caregiver was my calling, as I felt appreciated and rewarded by the patients. Furthermore, someone at work suggested that I remarry someone they wanted to introduce to me. I plan to go on a date with him next week.
Toby, I have something important to tell you. Please call me after work. Toby, are you still working? I've decided to go back to my parents' house for a while. I need to talk to you, so Call me after work. Please, okay?
Hey, Hannah. I heard something. Is it true that you only have 3 months to live?
What? Wait a minute. How did you know?
Your sister told me. I wondered what happened when you suddenly went back to your parents. To get a prognosis like that, it's an unbelievable story.
I'm sorry. I'm also shaken, and I don't know what to do. I didn't think I could handle it on my own, so I went back to my parents' house.
What? You should have told me, your husband first, right? Why didn't you tell me?
I've called you several times. You haven't been home lately, saying you've been busy with work. I can't discuss this kind of thing over text. I asked you to call me and you never did. You haven't contacted me for a week. Are you really that busy?
My work? Oh, come to think of it, was that the story?
What? What do you mean?
You still haven't realized? You're so clueless. It's really funny.
You better explain yourself. If you weren't working, what were you doing? You told me you've been staying at the office for the past 2 weeks. Was that a lie?
Yeah, I lied. For the past 2 weeks, I've been at my girlfriend's place. I've been coming home from work at regular hours every day.
You were cheating on me?
It's not like that. It's more like you are the side chick in this situation. She's beautiful and has a longer lifespan than you. Unlike you, who's about to go to the afterlife, she's willing to be with me for life. I'm going to be with Holly.
Oh my God. Holly? Is that the name of the person you're cheating with? It's the same name as my sister's.
That's right.
Wait a minute. You said my sister told you about my condition, right?
Oh, now your brain is working.
Your affair partner. Could it be?
Yes, it's your sister Holly.
No way.
It's true. Holly came to see me to tell me about your life expectancy. That's when we hit it off and ended up going out. I've thought this since I went to your parents' house, but she's truly beautiful, unlike you. I can't believe she's your sister.
We are indeed blood-related sisters. Holly takes after our mother, and I take after our father.
Damn, you got the wrong genes, huh?
Don't say things like that. I admire my father too, and I'm glad I look like him.
Oh, really? Good for you. If you're content being an ugly person, your remaining life might be a little bit enjoyable. But you know what? I'm not like you. I'm not an aspiring skank like you. I'd rather be with a beautiful, healthy woman than an ugly woman with 3 months to live.
I didn't know Holly went to see you. She comforted me when I was told that I didn't have long to live. I thought she was a good sister. But behind my back, she was with you and making fun of me?
That's right.
How awful.
So what?
Are you prepared for the consequences? I won't forgive you or Holly. I'll divorce you and demand alimony.
Even with just 3 months left, you're still acting tough? But I'm all for divorce, so let's get divorced right now. I'm marrying your sister because I don't need you anymore.
I don't care if you cry and regret it later. I won't forgive you even if you apologize. Hello, sister. I heard you are leaving the house. Are you out of your mind? Did you get desperate after Toby left you and you only have 3 months to live? You who depended on Toby as a housewife? Can you live on your own now? I couldn't stay with someone having an affair with my husband for a second longer. Saying that, how are you going to manage real-life situations? Wait, do you have another man too? Of course not. Don't compare me to scumbags like you. I see. A guy with no taste who would cheat on someone like you? There's no way someone like that exists. Shut up. Is that why you contacted me? I'm already divorced from Toby, and I don't want anything to do with you guys ever again. If all you can say is nonsense, will you stop it already? You're so harsh. I'd like to see a little more of your frustrated reaction, you know. Oh well, I have an interesting story to tell you. What? I got your luxury wristwatch. A luxury watch? What do you mean? Well, you were expecting a wedding anniversary next month, right? Even though you're just a housewife, you told Toby that you wanted a luxury watch, right? I'm sorry, I ended up getting it. How about that? Feeling bitter, aren't you? Not really. My God, you are so boring. Are you too shocked to even find words? It's not like that. I'm busy meeting with my lawyers, so I won't respond anymore. Are you serious? What are you going to talk to the lawyer about? You're about to head to the afterlife soon, sister. It would be better to spend your time on more meaningful things. Sis, I just got home and there's nobody here. My mom and dad are gone. From now on, we've decided to live with Hannah, so we are not going back to this house anymore. They left a note saying that. Wow, they left a note for you? That's sweet. What do you mean? Just as it sounds. If you read the letter properly, you'd understand, right? Or have you lost the ability to read? Don't be ridiculous. Of course I can read the letters. I'm asking you, what's going on? You're the only one who left the house. Why would Dad and Mom follow you? They said they were worried about me, given my limited time and the need for medical treatment in a distant place. They wanted to stay close to me. Treatment? What are you treating with just 3 months to live? That's a waste of money and time. They abandoned me, their beautiful daughter, for you, an ugly woman? Are they dumb? They say they don't have a daughter who would steal her sister's husband. Why not? Since you exposed your affair with my husband and I decided to divorce, I talked to Dad and Mom about it. They both scolded you seriously and asked you to reflect on it, even suggesting that you should not get married. Without even listening to them, you insist that it's my fault for being ugly, or that the one being taken is at fault. You went on with baseless arguments, not making any sense, and didn't break up with Toby, right? Well, of course. Am I saying something wrong here? Toby would be happier with me as his wife, who is pretty and healthy, than you who is ugly and has a short life expectancy. They don't want a daughter who can only think like that. Dad and Mom are fed up with you. What the hell? Everyone is treating me like a villain. If that's what they want, I don't care. I have Toby. I don't want a heartless parent who would abandon their daughter. Do whatever you want with a family home. Sell it or live in it. That's the last mercy your parents will show you. I'll sell the family home and live together with Toby. I heard that you're planning to demand alimony from Toby and me. You're trying to separate me from my parents and cripple me over alimony, aren't you? You know, it's so obvious how shallow an ugly person can be. I never thought of it like that. The alimony was my decision, and my parents decided to move out. Well, too bad. Toby is rich enough to support me as a housewife and buy me expensive watches. A little bit of alimony won't shake our marriage. Are you sure about marrying him? What? After the divorce, I got curious and did some research. And then, revealed a lot of shocking things. What do you mean? Tell me more. it's not confirmed information yet, so I won't say it now. Once the facts are clear, I'll inform you by mail. Look forward to that time.
Hey Hannah, I just got some weird letters in the mail. What's this?
Isn't this proof of content regarding alimony? I sent it a few days ago, so it should have arrived by now.
Why are there photos like this? Holly opened it and I'm in big trouble.
Well, I needed evidence of the affair, right? Proof that you were having an affair with someone other than Holly.
Where did you get these pictures? When did you take this? I thought you would never find out.
Your story has been full of contradictions from the start. You said you had relations with Holly after I was told I didn't have long to live. Even before that, you never came home, saying you were busy with work. And Holly gave some good information too.
What did she say?
Holly said that you were planning to give me a watch that I wanted. But I've never said I wanted a watch. I'm home all the time and I don't wear a watch. I thought maybe she was confusing me with someone else, so I got curious and hired a PI to check it out.
What the hell?
The watch was for your other fling, wasn't it? To a woman named Kate, who works for your business partner, right?
Damn, you know her name too? You don't have much life left in you anyway. You're such a pain in the ass.
Not much life left? That's your life expectancy.
Huh?
I had a PI look into it and found out a surprising fact. Kate's father is a member of a famous mob.
What? Mob?
I sent photos of your affair with Holly and a letter detailing our divorce to you and Kate's house at the same time. I'm sure she's looking at it right now.
What did you say?
If Kate's father finds out, I'm sure you'll be taken care of. Of all things, having an affair with the daughter of a mob? Your luck is something.
What have you done to me? I have to run away now.
You can't just run away. The mob is known to be extremely tenacious. So do I. Until I get compensation from you and Holly, I will pursue you even if it means death. Sis, help me! Toby suddenly wanted to move out. He's getting ready to run away in the night. Seems like he's scared of the mob. He's got the guts to do a three-way, but he's so pathetic. Is that true? I thought I stole Toby from you. He told me he only loved me, who was prettier than you. I can't believe he was lying to me. It's too much. Hello, look who's talking. You saw the photos too, didn't you? Even after seeing such decisive evidence, you still can't believe it? Okay, I've decided I'll not marry Toby. Oh, really? You took him from me and now you're dumping him? Because there's a scary mob guy after him, right? If we stay together, I might be in danger too. I can't bear this situation. Toby wants me to run away with him, but I refuse. You are living with Mom and Dad now, right? I'm going there too, so please help me. Huh? Why? Because the mob is after us. It was Toby who had an affair with the mob's daughter, and it wasn't my fault. Your precious family member is in danger, so help me. We don't have room for a woman who steals her sister's husband in our family. Don't worry. I don't think the mob would hurt a woman like you. Since his daughter works in a regular company, they should have some understanding of the situation. If you aren't married to him yet, legally, you are still a stranger. If you explain it properly, I'm sure they'll understand. I don't think so. Sis, I'm scared. Well, good luck. Hey, think about it, Hannah. Right now, you need money for medical treatment, right? You used to be a housewife, and our parents are retired. There's no way you can afford to live while paying for the treatment, right? You've moved out and spent all your money. From now on, I'll support you all. I have some money from the sale of parents' house, and I have some extra money now. Let me support you as a family and get through this together. I was working, you know. What? But you were home every day, right? I'm a freelance designer. I work from home, so I was home all the time. You always looked down on me, thinking I was just a housewife. What? Just so you know, when we were married, we split rent and living expenses evenly. In terms of income, I made more than he did. You thought Toby was supporting me, but the truth is quite different. I'm still working, albeit at a slower pace, while I'm going through treatment. I have enough money saved up and my insurance is paid off, so I'm not in any financial trouble. Oh no! If you want to run away, you are on your own. But you and Toby will have to pay alimony no matter where you run off to. You're going to take alimony from me too? You said you didn't have any financial problems. Do you know what alimony means? It doesn't matter if you need money or not. I will never forgive you and Toby. Even if I get sick and die, I'll chase you to the ends of hell. That's terrible! Hannah, don't say that! Aren't we sisters? Don't abandon me! Hannah, please? That night, Toby decided to run away. Holly seems to have tried to escape alone, but Toby found her and forced her to go with him. For a few days after that, they hid themselves in a shabby motel in a country town, but the mob members found them. Toby was not killed, but he learned a hard lesson from them. Holly, who saw it right in front of her eyes, was so shocked that she blacked out. And of course, they were charged with alimony, and they got fired for being absent from work for several days without permission. Toby ended up in manual labor, and Holly was led into the nightlife industry. Later, I received an apology from Kate and her father, saying that they were sorry for having bad relations with Toby, even though he had a wife. They said they would pay me alimony and I refused, but when they learned about my illness and my life expectancy, they offered to cover travel and surgery expenses for better treatment abroad. The surgery was a success, and my progress was good. Even after surpassing the initial 3-month life expectancy, I'm still alive. While my husband's affair was quite a mess, thanks to that, I was saved by the people I met. Cherishing this connection, I want to continue valuing life in the future.
Hey, Nancy, where are you? Dad's funeral is now done. I realized you were gone during the service. You didn't come back yet. Where on earth are you and what are you doing? Nancy, please reply to me. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm in transit and couldn't answer the phone. In transit? So you really went somewhere alone, didn't you? No, I'm not alone. What? Who are you with? I'm with a relative. Relative? So I won't come home today. What? What are you saying? Come home now before it gets late. Leave me alone. I don't want to come home. Nancy, I know you loved your dad so much. I understand what you are feeling about his passing. It must have been tough to stay through the whole funeral. That's why you left earlier, right? Mommy will come pick you up. Please, tell me where you are. No, I won't. What? You don't have to come pick me up. You don't have to care about me. What are you saying? There's no way I can leave my precious daughter alone. Precious daughter? You don't have to pretend anymore. What? What's going on, Nancy? You've been acting strange. Did I do something to upset you? Now that Dad passed away, we can never see him again. And we can never see each other again, too, right? What? Why? I'm right here waiting for you. But for me, you are no longer existing. I was happy to meet both of you. Thank you for everything. What? Nancy, what are you talking about? What do you mean by never seeing each other again? What's wrong? I've had no idea what you're talking about. It's really tough for me that Dad has passed away too, you know? Mommy needs you on my side. Are you serious? But I'm not really your child, right? What? I'm Dad's stepchild, not related to you by blood.
Nancy.
You wanted to marry Dad, so you reluctantly decided to raise me. But now Dad is gone. You won't be my mother anymore. So from now on, I have to live separately from you. It breaks my heart, but you have your own life. You are not obligated to raise a stranger. From now on, I'll do my best on my own.
Nancy, who told you that?
Aunt Jenny.
Jenny? Your father's sister. How could she tell such an important thing to you without my permission? What on earth is she trying to...
Why are you blaming her? Aunt Jenny says she was on my side.
What?
Aunt Jenny was angry, you know.
Angry?
She thought I already knew the truth. She said keeping silent until this age is too harsh. Hey, Mom, why didn't you tell me until now? Aunt Jenny said that you hate me. She said you kept it secret to hurt me.
Oh, dear. How could I hate you? I feel terrible that I didn't tell you before. But just when I was about to tell you, Dad got sick and was hospitalized. I didn't have the right time to tell you, so I decided when he gets better, I was going to tell you the truth. But his illness rapidly worsened and he passed away very quickly.
But Aunt Jenny said that you were deceiving me.
I wasn't deceiving you.
Then why didn't you tell me?
I'm sorry for not telling you for so long. I used being busy as an excuse. But the truth is that I was afraid that by telling you the truth, our relationship would change. But I want you to believe me on this. When I married your father, I made up my mind to be your mother. You were such an adorable baby. I raised you as my own daughter. I still think of you as more important than my own life, even though we're not blood related. I want to continue to live with you as a family.
Mom, that's enough. Don't lie to me anymore.
What do you mean, lie?
Because you didn't really like my dad, did you?
What?
Aunt Jenny told me everything. Mom, you're really happy that Dad is dead, right?
What are you saying?
You started having an affair after Dad got cancer. Dad is dead now, and you're going to remarry him, right? Then I'll become a nuisance. I'm going to have to move out.
What? I have never cheated on your dad and have no intention to remarry.
But Aunt Jenny said so.
I don't get it. What is Jenny thinking? Well, I'll talk to your aunt about it. Anyway, where are you now? Earlier you said you're not alone. Who are you with?
I'm at a relative's house.
Relatives? You mean you're with Jenny?
Yes, I'm at my aunt's house.
I knew it. That's why Jenny left in the middle of the funeral too. Nancy, Mommy's going to pick you up now, so get ready right away.
I don't want to. I'm staying at my aunt's house today.
No. You have to leave right away.
Why?
It's been over 10 years since you last saw your aunt. I can't let you stay at the house of someone you barely met. I'm really worried about you.
Then you don't have to worry at all. Aunt Jenny is a nice person. Aunt Jenny and I became friends at the funeral. She's very kind and easy to talk to. Also, she has a cool style. She's more like an older sister than an aunt.
What? You like her that much?
Besides, Aunt Jenny is Daddy's sister. It's fine to stay at her home, right?
I don't care that she's Dad's sister. I can't trust someone who tells lies to Nancy.
She's not telling me lies, Mom. It's true that we are not blood related.
Yeah, but the stuff like I'm having an affair and getting remarried, she's making up all this nonsense about me. She must be up to something.
But I want to be with my aunt.
Nancy,
in reality, we are strangers, but she's my dad's sister, so we're related.
So you trust your aunt more than your mom?
I don't know. She kept comforting me when I was crying at the funeral. And then she took me to her house because she had something important to tell me. She told me everything that you never told me. She's single and has no kids, so she feels happy that I'm with her. She just lost a sibling and she's lonely too, you know. I can't leave her alone.
Well then, it's just for today, okay?
Just for today? She said she wanted me to be her daughter if possible.
What? Of course not. Mom will pick you up tomorrow, okay? I'm in real trouble. During my husband's funeral, I realized my daughter was missing. To my surprise, my sister-in-law had brought her home.
Moreover, she recklessly spoke about how my daughter and I aren't biologically related. She even fabricated lies about me having an affair. Consequently, my daughter was shocked to learn that we aren't biologically related, and it seems she believes her aunt more than me. I was at a loss. My daughter Nancy was my late husband's stepdaughter. His ex-wife had been unfaithful to him before she got pregnant. Shortly after giving birth, she left Nancy and went to be with her lover. Since then, my husband raised Nancy as a single father. He met me through his work and we got married. Since then, I have raised and cared for Nancy as if she were my own daughter. When we got married, Nancy was only 1 year old. Naturally, she must have thought I was her real mother. She called me mommy and we went out together even after she got older. We lived together as a normal, friendly mother and daughter. And just as I was thinking that it was time for us to tell my daughter the truth, my husband was found to have cancer and was hospitalized in an emergency. I was so busy taking care of him that I didn't have much time to spare mentally. That's why I couldn't tell Nancy the truth. Recently, my husband passed away. Even though I was busy, keeping silent about it until she reached high school was a mistake. I really regret it. But never did I expect it to be revealed by my sister-in-law. Even after I married my husband, I never saw my sister-in-law except for weddings and funerals. Unlike me, who was rather plain both inside and outside, my sister-in-law always dressed flashy and was very assertive. So I didn't really get along with her. As for Nancy, it had been a long time since she saw her aunt. Somehow, at my husband's funeral, my sister-in-law approached my daughter and filled her head with all sorts of things. Moreover, according to my daughter, my sister-in-law claimed she would raise my daughter in her own home, saying outrageous things. I was so worried that I couldn't stand it. I immediately headed to my sister-in-law's house. Nancy, I'm coming to pick you up right now.
What? Why? You said I could stay until tomorrow.
I don't have time to explain why here. Anyway, I want to protect you.
Mom, are you still talking like that? I told you to leave me alone.
You don't have to believe me right now, but please, just for today, listen to your mother.
Okay.
Thank you, Nancy. By the way, are you with Jenny right now?
She's not here. I'm tired, so I'm resting in the guest room. Aunt Jenny is in the living room watching TV.
Well, that's good to know. Well then, Nancy, please stay there until I contact you again. Don't tell Auntie that I messaged you. Jenny, I heard my daughter is visiting you right now.
Oh, hello, Judy. Yes, Nancy is at my house.
I'm sorry about my daughter. She suddenly wanted to stay at your place.
No, I wanted to talk with Nancy for the first time in a while. I'm the one who invited Nancy. You don't have to worry about it at all. To be honest, we are getting really well, you know. She can stay here as much as she wants.
But she has school. I'll pick her up tomorrow.
What? No, she could stay here longer. Like even a week or a month. I mean, I'd like her to be my daughter.
That's not possible. She is my daughter. So I will pick her up tomorrow.
Oh, really? Your daughter? How can you say that?
What?
My brother, who was her father, is dead. You and Nancy are strangers, aren't you?
About that, Jenny, why did you tell Nancy without my permission?
I thought she already knew everything. She's in high school now, right? Keeping a secret like that from a high school girl? It's just too pitiful, no matter how you look at it.
Yes, I do regret keeping quiet for so long, but I wanted to tell her the important things from me. It's terrible to tell her without my consent, Jenny. I'm her mother.
Well, sooner or later, Nancy will find out the truth. It doesn't matter who told her. While you were hesitating, I went ahead and told her. You should be thankful to me.
What? Thankful? And how dare you lie to her that I cheated on my husband? I've never cheated, and I have no plans to remarry in the future.
Oh, about that. Well, I might have exaggerated a bit about the affair. But you can't be sure you won't remarry in the future, right? After all, you are younger than my brother. Naturally, you would want to remarry to a better man.
Don't feed my daughter nonsense with your baseless imagination. Jenny, please correct it properly and apologize to my daughter for lying to her.
I don't want to.
What?
I need you to play the bad guy here. You are a scumbag mother who betrayed her husband and abandoned her daughter. In Nancy and my story, you are the bad guy.
Jenny, what on earth are you up to? Why are you so obsessed with my daughter? Why are you trying to make me the bad guy?
Well, if I take in Nancy, it's a good deal for both of us, right?
What do you mean?
I get to live with my lovely niece as if we were mother and daughter, and you will be free from child rearing and become single and free.
What nonsense. I told you she is my daughter, even if we're not blood related. I raised Nancy as if she were my own daughter. I have absolutely no intention of letting go of Nancy.
Did you forget that she's your stepdaughter? Without her father, Nancy would be all alone. Rather than being raised by you, a stranger, she'll definitely be happier being with me, who shares some blood. Nancy is very attached to me now, and you've just returned to being single, so why don't you look for someone new?
Jenny, are you counting on inheritance?
Huh? What are you talking about? Bringing up inheritance all of a sudden? My brother has a wife, you, and a daughter, Nancy. I'm just his sister. I have no right to inherit it. I'm not counting on the inheritance at all.
Aren't you in financial trouble?
What?
From all the relatives who came to my husband's funeral, I heard a rumor that you are in debt. You've been giving a lot of money to your young boyfriend, is that true?
Wait, they were talking about that behind my back? Damn them. Talking so much nonsense behind my back.
Well, you have been borrowing money from your relatives and causing a lot of trouble, so it can't be helped, right? If you take Nancy in, you can keep my late husband's inheritance for yourself. Isn't that what you thought?
Well, if you've figured it out, there's nothing to hide. That's right, because you and Nancy will get my brother's inheritance and I won't get a single penny. It's just unfair.
I knew it.
That's why I'm going to raise Nancy instead of you. You were able to spend 15 years with Nancy, whom you didn't give birth to, and who is not even related to you. So it's about time you handed her over to me, right?
You know, do you realize how absurd you sound? Unfortunately, my husband hasn't left behind as much inheritance as you're expecting.
What? No way, you are lying. My brother was a section manager at a big company. I'm sure he earned a lot of money. He was a serious man who never wasted money. He must have a good amount of savings.
I guess you didn't know. My husband quit his job a few years ago.
What?
He said there was something he really wanted to do. He started his own company. So the money spent at that time in cancer treatment expenses wiped out most of the savings.
What? You mean he didn't leave any money to you either? Oh, dear brother, what were you thinking?
I think it's fine this way. I'm taking over my husband's company. I want to fulfill the dream he couldn't achieve. I'm going to make it happen.
So, then there's no point in taking custody of Nancy.
I really can't believe you. I knew you approached Nancy for the money.
Whatever. Just lend me some money.
What?
You're going to be the president, right? I'm behind on my debts and I'm in serious trouble. I'll give up on Nancy, so please lend me some money.
I refuse.
Why not? I'm your sister-in-law. We're family, so you should help me.
Nope. You called me a stranger, remember? Don't suddenly pretend that we're family. I would never help someone who would take away my precious daughter for money. Never.
If that's how you feel, I have my own thoughts on this. If you don't lend me the money, Nancy won't return it. Is that okay with you?
You're such an irredeemable idiot. I won't lend you any money and Nancy is right next to me.
What? Wait, what are you saying? Nancy should be at my place. What? This can't be true. She's not here. Did you take her away without me noticing? You liar. You said you'd come to pick her up tomorrow.
Oops, sorry. I got worried, so I decided to pick her up today. I told Nancy to sneak out of the house without you noticing.
Oh my God, how dare you? You kidnapper. I'll call the police.
You're the one who tricked my daughter into your home. Besides, Nancy came to me of her own will. Calling the police won't help.
Hey, sister, don't abandon me. I've been ostracized by my relatives. You're the only one I can rely on.
It's your own fault that you are left out. I don't want anything to do with you either. Well then, goodbye.
Wait, help me, sister.
Jenny, who has been blocked by Nancy and me, aimed for a wealthy marriage to repay her debts, but no one was interested in her. Finally, she decided to pay off her debt on her own. In addition to her main job, she seems to be working desperately with part-time night shifts. On the other hand, I inherited my husband's company, and despite the unfamiliarity of being a president, I'm busy every day. But thanks to the support of my daughter, I'm enjoying busy yet fulfilling days. There was a time when I struggled with the fact that Nancy and I were not biologically related, but after the turmoil that followed my husband's death, I now feel that we are bound by a bond even stronger than that of biological parents and children. Moving forward, I want to continue supporting and living happily with my daughter, just the two of us.
Hey, honey. How's work? Is now a good time to talk?
I'm on my lunch break, so I'm free to talk.
Oh, that's good.
Baby, I'm still thinking about our wedding. It was the best day of my life.
Yeah, me too. It was such a memorable day. I feel bad that you're already working while I'm still on leave.
You don't have to feel bad, baby. Well, I can't help it. It's just the busy season. But I'm doing my best at work for you.
That's my husband.
So, is there anything you want to talk about? You don't usually message me while I'm at work. Did something happen?
There's just something I wanted to tell you.
What's wrong?
I was organizing the wedding gifts we got from our guests, and there's something about the gift from your parents that surprised me. Have you seen it, Harry?
Really? I've been caught up in things and haven't had a chance to check. What's wrong with their gift?
Well, it's kinda awkward to tell you, but I think they gave us $10.
What? $10? Really?
We should be grateful, and I know we shouldn't mention this, but a gift from the groom's parents, it seems a bit too little, you know?
Yeah, $10 is unbelievable.
But I'm kinda worried about your parents. Maybe they are struggling financially?
I don't think so. My dad is still working as a company executive. He couldn't make it to the wedding because of the emergency at work. His salary is definitely higher than mine. There's no way they're facing financial difficulties.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, when I saw your mother at the wedding, she was wearing expensive jewelry.
Maybe she was putting in extra effort for the wedding, but it looked too flashy in my opinion.
I wonder why it was $10.
Well, I will try to talk to them about it casually.
Yeah, it's awkward for me to ask, so please do.
Hey, Erica! How can you be such an insensitive wife?
What? What's going on all of a sudden?
My son messaged me just now. He said the wedding gift from us was too little.
What? Did he really say it was too little?
Well, he didn't exactly say it was too little, but he asked if there was some reason why we were trying to save money on the wedding gift. I know what you're doing, Erica. You must be pressuring our son to make complaints about me.
No, I would never complain.
I don't think so. You were probably complaining because we only gave you $10.
No, it's not like that. I was just wondering if there was a reason you couldn't spend much money. It was just a concern.
We're struggling financially, so we had to settle for $10.
Struggling financially?
Yes. We don't even have enough money to pay the electricity bill. That's why we can't afford to spend money on wedding gifts.
Oh, I didn't know that. Harry has never mentioned anything like that. But he did mention that Billy, your husband, is an executive at a company, so he thought you would have financial stability.
Well, you see, even though he's an executive, he doesn't get a hefty salary. He has pride as a father, you know. He can't bring himself to tell our son the truth.
I see. But it's strange, isn't it? Huh? Because you were wearing expensive jewelry at the wedding. According to Harry and Billy, you often wear designer clothes. You love to go out, yet you are telling me that you are financially struggling. I find that it's a little hard to believe.
Excuse me? So, poor people aren't allowed to have designer clothes? Are you saying that poor people should stay home all day long?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that when I see the way you live your life, I don't think you're financially struggling.
You are so dumb. I'm just pretending to have money so that people around me won't worry about my real financial situation. But in reality, I'm having a hard time making ends meet.
I see.
Listen, we can't even pay the electricity bill. You should be thanking me for giving you a wedding gift.
Of course, I'm grateful.
It was so hard to give you the $10. I wish someone could give us that much.
Then can I check with Billy?
What?
I want to check with Billy about the financial situation. It just doesn't add up.
Are you stupid? Are you trying to embarrass my husband? My husband desperately wants to hide the fact that we are financially struggling.
But if you are really in such a difficult situation that you can't afford to pay the electricity bill, as a family, we should help you. But I want to make a check just in case.
No, don't do that. Don't do anything unnecessary.
Why?
You should know that my husband is trying not to worry his son and wife. What's your point for checking with my husband? Are you trying to make fun of us?
No, I'm not.
And I don't know if he's busy with work right now. He's acting cold toward me. Our marriage is already on the rocks. Please don't bring more drama to our family.
I see.
Well, if you're not satisfied with $10, I'll give you something else. When my husband's next bonus comes in.
No, don't worry about it.
Great. Then please mind your own business from now on, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, also, please promise me you won't tell my husband anything about the wedding gift. Do you understand?
Okay.
Erica, I have a favor to ask you. Do you have a minute?
What do you need?
Can you lend me some money?
What?
Do you remember what I said before? We are financially struggling and can't pay the electricity bill, right?
Yeah, you did mention that.
And now, we can't even pay the rent. We are about to be evicted from our house.
What?
It's miserable to lose a home at our age. You will help us, right?
Of course. I don't want that to happen to you. But why are you trying to borrow from me instead of Harry?
Are you dumb?
What?
As a parent, I don't want my son to worry. My husband doesn't want our son to know that we are in financial trouble either. That's why I messaged you and asked for money. Please do not tell my son or my husband. If my husband finds out that I relied on you because he doesn't make enough money, I'm sure he'd be hurt.
I see.
I want you to secretly lend me money so that my husband and son won't find out.
I'm sorry, Charlotte. That's not gonna happen.
Why not?
I can't make financial decisions on my own. I have to discuss them with Harry and, of course, with Billy.
Oh my God. Just shut up and lend me the money.
But...
Erica, you have a full-time job. You have plenty of savings, don't you? Your in-laws are in big trouble. Are you going to abandon us?
If you're really in trouble, I'd like to help. But to be honest, I don't have that much money either. We just got married. And we just moved into a new house and we have a lot of expenses.
Oh, I see. I guess it's fine for you that your in-laws end up on the street because of you.
What do you mean?
We will end up with no money, no place to live, no food to eat. If anything happens to us, I'm telling you, you'll regret it for the rest of your life.
I know you're lying, Charlotte.
What?
You're lying about your financial situation, right?
What are you talking about?
Last week, you said you couldn't even pay the electricity bill. So Harry checked with Billy. According to Harry, Billy said that the electricity bill was already paid. There's no way that it wasn't paid. You are lying to me, right? And about the wedding gift? Billy mentioned that he gave you $2,000 for the wedding gift.
What?
So tell me the truth, Charlotte. We received $10 instead of $2,000. Those are completely different numbers.
Oh my God. You made a promise to me that you would not tell my husband.
I didn't say anything to him. Harry just checked with Billy.
Then my husband is lying.
What? Lying?
My husband has a lot of pride. He just lied about $2,000 to make himself look good.
I don't think he would lie about that.
What do you know about him? I'm his wife. I've been with my husband for many years. I know him better than anyone.
I see.
So, Erica, don't say a word. Just lend me the money.
I'm sorry, Charlotte. I can't just lend you money just because you asked me to.
So you don't trust your mother-in-law? Are you willing to let it happen that your in-laws get kicked out of the house?
It's not like that. But about the electricity bill or the wedding gift, what you're saying is totally different from what Billy said. I have to check with him directly before I lend you money.
Do I have to say it again? My husband is a proud man. There's no way he can tell you the truth that we are financially struggling. Just lend me the money now. $200,000 will be enough.
$200,000? I don't have that much money.
Oh, really? You guys are going overseas for your honeymoon next month, right? If you can afford to go abroad, it's no big deal to lend me $200,000.
Are you serious? $200,000 is a lot of money.
If my husband and I end up homeless, it will be your fault. Are you okay with that?
But
if you don't want to do it, I have a plan too.
What?
I'll tell my son that you are cheating on him.
What? I'm not having an affair.
I don't care if it's true or not. A stingy wife who won't lend money to her mother-in-law. I will make my son divorce you.
What? That's terrible. You will lie to your son just to ruin our marriage? I really can't believe you, Charlotte.
If you don't want that to happen, lend me the money. Give me $200,000 within this week. Is that clear? Of course, you must never tell my husband. Erica, it's more than a week now and I haven't heard from you. You have the money ready, right?
Charlotte, I was just about to message you.
Good. So you're going to lend me $200,000, right?
No, I won't.
What do you mean?
I never promised to lend you the money in the first place. I'd rather you apologize to Billy.
What? Why do I have to apologize?
Don't play dumb with me. You deceived Billy, didn't you? He gave you $2,000 for the wedding gift. Instead of giving us the $2,000, you used it for yourself.
What are you talking about?
You were acting so strangely, so I hired a PI to look into it.
What?
I found out one shocking fact after another. You've been cheating on your husband for several years and supporting your boyfriend financially, right?
What are you talking about? I'm too old for cheating. I would never do that.
You desperately wanted to look young and you wanted to be with younger men, didn't you? I have all the evidence, Charlotte. There's no point in fooling around. You indulged in luxurious treatments and designer stuff using your husband's hard-earned money. To top it off, you dipped into the money meant for the wedding gift and also handed it over to your boyfriend. Aren't you ashamed of lying about being poor? Billy was earning a salary that allowed the two of you to live comfortably, and yet you took advantage of his busy schedule. You used his money to play with a young man. Billy was so disappointed in you, you know.
What? He knows?
Of course he does. It seems he had a hunch that you were having an affair.
But he didn't say anything to me.
He has been busy with work since he was young and couldn't give you much attention. It seems he felt sorry about it. That's why, as he got older, he probably wanted to be more lenient with you.
So he knew I was cheating on him and he kept quiet about it?
The reason why he became so cold to you was because he was aware of the affair. He put up with it for a long time and stayed married to you. But when you used up the money for the wedding gift, he couldn't tolerate it anymore.
What?
I absolutely can't forgive you for trampling on his feelings. It's just too much.
Then what about the $200,000?
There's no way I'm lending you that much. You are not poor at all. The story about not being able to pay the electricity bill or facing eviction, it was all a lie.
Oh no. Erica, the truth is, I'm in debt.
Oh yeah, I know.
What?
You even borrowed money just to financially support your boyfriend, right?
Yes. The debt repayment is falling behind and the interest is piling up. So I need your help, Erica.
Please pay it back on your own.
I can't. I'm a housewife, you know. How am I supposed to pay back my debts when I have no income?
Even if you say that, you are the one who borrowed the money.
Until now, I used to repay the debts from my husband's salary. But recently, he won't allow me to use his card. Now, I can't pay back my debts using his money anymore.
I see. So that's why you took the $2,000 for yourself. Now I get it.
I can't help it. If I don't have money, my boyfriend will dump me.
Unbelievable. By the way, your husband won't be coming home anymore.
What? What do you mean?
He said he will move out of the house and live with us.
Wait a minute. Is he going to divorce me?
Did you think he wouldn't consider divorce?
I absolutely don't want a divorce at my age. If my husband is going to live with you guys, then I'll go with him.
That won't work. Billy finally got free from you. It would be pointless if you came along. But you didn't notice? He has been gradually moving his belongings out to leave the house. I guess you never cared about him.
Now that you mention it, most of my husband's belongings are gone.
Well, you were too busy with your boyfriend. You didn't realize that your husband was steadily moving out, right?
Erica, please. Please convince my husband.
What?
I don't have a job. If my husband left me, I wouldn't be able to make a living.
Then why don't you start looking for a job now?
I've only been a housewife. There's no way I can find a job. It's impossible.
Well, if you don't want to work, your only option might be getting support from your boyfriend.
He's just a part-timer. He can't survive on his own, so I've been supporting him financially. I can't expect him to support me.
I see. Then you should work hard to pay off the debts, don't you think?
Erica, I apologize for lying to you. I'll work hard to pay back the $2,000. So can you lend me some money, even just a little?
You should apologize to your husband, not me. Oh, also, Billy is going to ask for alimony.
What? Alimony?
Why are you so surprised? Of course he will charge you alimony. You cheated on him.
Wait. I can't afford to pay alimony when I haven't even repaid the debts.
Just so you know, Harry and I have no intention of lending you any money.
Don't be so cold. I don't know what to do. I really can't get a divorce from my husband.
He only wants a divorce. I think he will contact you through a lawyer soon. The evidence of the affair is solid. There's nothing you can do now.
Erica, can't you talk to my husband? Make him reconsider the divorce, please.
What? I don't want to. It's all your own fault. You're on your own. Well, goodbye.
Erica, wait! Please, don't abandon me, Erica.
Shortly afterward, my in-laws divorced, and Billy demanded alimony from Charlotte. Of course, there was no way Charlotte could pay it in one lump sum. She had to borrow more money and pay in installments. Charlotte started working for a living, but her entire salary went towards repaying the debt. Unable to pay the rent, she was finally kicked out of the house and became homeless. Originally, she was living with her boyfriend, but after Charlotte stopped getting luxurious beauty treatments, her boyfriend ran away upon seeing her transformed into what he considered an unattractive older woman. Living a lonely and impoverished life must be tough, but betraying the family and indulging in luxury, it's a case of reaping what she sowed. As for me, I'm happily living with my husband and father-in-law as a family of 3. The house we currently live in is spacious enough, but we're thinking of building a new home once we save up a bit more money. I can't wait to start a new life in a new house.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.